Welcome back to Within Education. This is the second part on William Wordsworth based on different types of previous year question paper. So let's get started. Question number 1. In which work of Wordsworth does the line Still Sad Music of Humanity occur? And the options are Tintin Abbey, Recluse, Immortality Ode, The Prelude. And the right answer is option A. Still Sad Music of Humanity occurs in the poem lines composed a few miles above Tintin Abbey on revisiting the bank of the Wey River during a tour July 13, 1798. This is the full title of the poem Tintin Abbey. And the second question is, in which poem of Wordsworth does the line Our birth is but a sleep and a forgetting occur? So the options are Tintin Abbey, The Recluse, The Prelude, and The Immortality Ode. And our birth is but a sleep and a forgotten came in Immortality Ode. Option D is the right answer. For whom did William Wordsworth speak in his famous line, Thy soul was like a star and dwelt apart? किसके बारे में बात की है? तो right answer is yes, John Milton. In his poem, London 1802. Next, An Evening Walk is written by William Wordsworth, William Shakespeare, John Milton and the last John Galsworthy. और ये एक इजी क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन अगर हम इसे बार बार रिपीट करते हैं तो ये हमारे लिए इजी हो सकता है. अदरवाइज जब ये क्वेश्चन पेपर में आता है तो बहुत कंफ्यूजन क्रिएट होता है कि विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ हैं, शेक्सपियर हैं, मिल्टन हैं, गाल्सवर्दी हैं. Actually, in this poem is written by An Evening Walk is written by William Wordsworth. Which of the following works is not written by William Wordsworth? Which one? Option A, Thorn is written by him. B, Idiot Boy written by him. C, Simone Lee is written by him. These are his poems. And D, Beyond is not written by William Wordsworth. This is a novel written by John Galsworthy. Next, who refers William Wordsworth as an ever-enduring man? Options are A. Dr. Johnson, B. John Keats, C. Dickens, and D. S.T. Coleridge. And the right answer is S.T. Coleridge said him an ever-enduring man. Which two words rhyme in the last two lines of the first stanza of Daffodils? Options are trees and breeze, fluttering and dancing, eye and lie, glance and dance. और अगर आपने पोएम पढ़ी होगी तो ऑप्शन नंबर ए, ट्रीज एंड ब्रीज आर राइमिंग लाइन्स ऑफ द फर्स्ट stanza. Next, Wordsworth describes the daffodils a host. Host here means इस पोएम में होस्ट का यहाँ क्या मतलब निकल रहा है? Options: someone who entertains by invitation, an organism that harbors another inside, a whole army of flowers, an unruly crowd of passers-by. The right answer is C, a whole army of flowers. The Lyrical Ballads was published for the first time in the year. The publication year of Lyrical Ballads is 1798, 1802, 1805, 1789. The right answer is 1798 is the publication year of Lyrical Ballads. Which of the following poems of Wordsworth has the subtitle Growth of Poet's Mind? Two options are Tintin Abbey, The Prelude, One Information of Mortality, Laudemia, and the right answer is B, The Prelude. The Growth of Poet's Mind is the right answer. Which work of Wordsworth has been called the fine flower of 18th century meditative poetry? And the options are Lyrical Ballads, Immortality Ode, The Recluse, Tintin Abbey, and the right answer is D, Tintin Abbey. Tintin Abbey is a dramatic lyric. Okay, and here this poem is called The Fine Flower of 18th Century Meditative Poetry. It was published in 1798 in Lyrical Ballads. Who among the following said, The child is father of the man? P.B. Shelley, Tennyson, John Keats, or William Wordsworth? And the right answer is William Wordsworth. And the line came in his poem My Heart's Leads अपने है, ठीक है. Next है the prelude consists of how many books? Options are 10, 12, 14, 16, and the right answer is 14. Prelude consists of 14 books. It is this poem is an autobiographical poem written in blank verse. Which of the following statements is not correct about William Wordsworth? Which one is not correct? Always highlight the not in your question paper, क्योंकि कई बार होता क्या है कि हम इस नॉट को भूल जाते हैं और ऑप्शंस में से हम वो लगा देते हैं जो सही होता है, तो इसमें जो उसे क्या कहते हैं रिलेटेबल नहीं है उसको हमें बताना है. A. Wordsworth records that his earliest verses were a tame imitation of Pope's versification. B. Throughout his life, he never wavered in his faith in himself and his immortality as a poet. C. Lyrical Ballads was published at Cockermouth. And D. The Prelude was completed in 1805, which was not correct. So, this correct and this correct. This also is correct, but the option C is not correct. Lyrical Ballads was published at Cockermouth is not the right answer here. So, हमारा option हो जाएगा C is right. For which of the following poets is nature both law and impulse? Who is the poet of nature, both law and impulse? A. William Wordsworth, John Keats, Matthew Arnold, and S.T. Coleridge. And the right answer is option A. William Wordsworth. Uh, here are some exam points. Point number 1. Resolution and Independence 1802 was originally called. ये जो poem है ये किस नाम से पुकारी जाती है? लीच गैदरर के नाम से. Second, this old man I met a few hundred yards from my cottage at Town End, Grasmere, and the account of him is taken from his mouth. This is the reference that Wordsworth gives and it resulted in a poem. ये किस poem में resulted है, मतलब किस poem में आया हुआ है, तो है Resolution and Independence में इन्होंने लिखा है. Which poem was written after the death of Lord Nelson, character of the Happy Warrior? डेथ ऑफ लॉर्ड नेल्सन जो है वो कैरेक्टर ऑफ द हैप्पी वॉरियर में आते हैं. वर्ड्सवर्थ ब्रदर पास्ड अवे बाय शिपरेक. द वर्ड इज टू मच इज द पोएम पब्लिश्ड इन 1806. द पोएम म्यूटेबिलिटी वाज पब्लिश्ड इन 1821. Stern daughter of the voice of God. Where does this line appear? This line appear in Ode of Duty. And Wordsworth referring Duty as a stern daughter of voice of God. Laudinia is a narrative poem. The sweetest thing that ever grew besides a human door, said by William Wordsworth, and the poem is to Lucy. If solitude or fear or pain or grief should be thy portion, whom is referring Wordsworth here? So Wordsworth referring here Dorothy Wordsworth, his sister. Michael is a pastoral poem that presents the pathetic life of a shepherd Michael. What is the name of his son? And his son name is Luke. Nature never did betray. This line appear in Tinton Abbey. Nature never did betray, ये तो repeated lines हो गई. Wordsworth mentions about Burns and Chatterton in the poem. Yes, the Burns and Chatterton came in his poem Resolution and Independence. Not without hope we suffer and we mourn. Where does this line appear? This line appear in Peel Castle. The poem Elegiac Stanzas was suggested by a picture of Peel Castle in a stone painted by Sir George Beaumont. एक पेंटिंग थी सर जॉर्ज डुमाउंट की, पील कासल इन अ स्टोन, उसी से इनको पील कासल या फिर द पोएम एल्जिक स्टैंजास लिखने की प्रेरणा मिली थी। मिल्टन, thou shouldst be living at his hour. This line appears in To Milton, London 1802. Thou soul was like a star and dwelt apart. Whose soul is Wordsworth referring here? Here Wordsworth referring Milton's soul. The alternative title of Ruth is जो इनकी पोएम है रुथ, उसका टाइटल है द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ नेचर, फुल टाइटल है। The language of poetry is a selection of the real language of men in a state of vivid sensations. Whose opinion in this? इसमें ये किसका ओपिनियन है इन लाइन्स में? तो the opinion is by Wordsworth. It may be safely affirmed that there neither is nor can be any essential difference between the language of prose and metrical composition. Whose comment is this? The comment is by विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ। और आज का हमारा सेकेंड पार्ट यही ख़त्म होता है। नेक्स्ट पार्ट के साथ हम जल्दी ही मिलेंगे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।